Welcome to Info 5.
Like please, subscribe please.
Let's go.
Our solar system is disintegrating. Hold on tight, the planets and we are being thrown out of orbit. What could set off this epic series of events? What effect would this have on each and every planet? How could it possibly make the Earth more habitable for life? Here's what happens if the planets are thrown. The planets of the solar system have been in stable orbit around the Sun for billions of years and are expected to do so for at least another 100,000 years. Facts first, consider the law of motion. However, forces that disrupt this balance may already be at work, like a rogue star unattached to any galaxy or a roving black hole. And what is the good news for us? Our universe is littered with chaos agents waiting to disrupt our planetary neighborhood at any time. Interstellar disorder. Outer space lanes. Back on Earth, we're dealing with a triple threat to our public health this season, with RSV and a resurgence of the 19th of December 19. COVID is still around almost 3 years later. However, you are not helpless in this battleland. There is a poster available, which is perfectly fine. It's only 2 months since your last backshot or booster, and this shot is the first to address the COVID variant. People are now contracting. It appears that variants of this virus will continue to emerge that cannot be stopped. However, the booster shots are. This is our last chance to repel these threats. Even if you believe you are not at risk, there are vulnerable groups who cannot risk their health. So don't endanger yourself or those around you. Let us all work together to extinguish this virus and keep our planet on track. Everything would begin with Neptune. It doesn't take much to knock Neptune out of alignment for bad things to happen. If the orbit of these pricing titans shifted by even 0.1%, it could set off a chain of events. Things are really messed up. With Neptune's orbit influx, it would begin to influence the orbits of its neighbors, and each planet's disturbed orbit would eventually cause total chaos in our solar system. You wouldn't see much of her at first. The slightest changes in planetary orbits would be detected by astronomers. Maybe you were the first to notice something was wrong. These disturbances would eventually accumulate. They've reached a critical juncture. Uranus is affected by Neptune's altered orbit 1. These two ice giants would come dangerously close to each other before ripping Saturn from its orbit. Because Neptune, Uranus, and Saturn were on their way out of our solar system, other planets would be safe from the ensuing cosmic pandemonium. Jupiter, the largest planet in the solar system, should be pushed off its axis. Instead of revolving in an almost perfect circle around the Sun, Jupiter would now have an erratic elliptical orbit. It would be closer at times and further away at others, and this would have an effect on us, Orban. What impact would a new type of global warming have? As a result, even the coldest parts of the planet are becoming more comfortable. As the celestials continue, Venus's orbit would also change. It began to spend more time away from the Sun. Tell me if there's a chance it'll cool down enough to be habitable. Venus's temperatures can reach 462 degrees Celsius. This is due to more than just its proximity to the Sun. It's because of the runaway greenhouse effect. Venus is dense. The atmosphere already reflects about 75% of any incoming radiation, so even a minor shift in its position would not be enough to offset the greenhouse gases that keep it hot. Mercury, on the other hand, would not be so easily let off the hook. A new orbit could result in a close encounter with the Sun, ejecting it from the solar system. All of these planets being pushed into new orbits could be related to something more dramatic than just close encounters. They could collide, yes, Venus and Mercury could collide and form a new planet. Prepare for the possibility of a direct collision with Mars. If that happened, you'd be in big trouble. There is no way you would survive if Mars collided with Earth. You have nowhere to flee from this impending disaster. Should you be concerned about anything? Most flybys close to our solar system, such as a rogue star, are unlikely to cause such a dramatic destabilization. Anything that we might consider a threat occurs only once every 100 billion years. So, after giving it some thought, What if a black hole with the power to consume the rogue star appeared out of nowhere in our solar system? That's an interesting story. Thank you very much.